I've owned the last 3 generations of Note smartphone, and they have transformed the way that I use my smartphone. There's so many times when I used to think, well, I have to pull out a laptop, boot it up and do this task on a laptop. And the Samsung Galaxy Note has changed that. Ever since the Note 8, I felt there's more and more things that I can actually just do on my smartphone without having to reach for the computer. Now in 2020, the S20 Ultra launched, and that is a completely different kettle of fish. That is the first time I felt, well, I want to test out something other than the Galaxy Note series. I'm really excited to see what the Note 20 will be like, but this video is comparing the Samsung Galaxy Ultra versus the Note 10 Plus. So I'm keeping one of these and the other one's going on eBay. I think there's a decision to be made, and the decision, if you're thinking about whether you're going for the Ultra or whether you're going for the Note, comes down to this. Do you need a smartphone that's going to enable you to be more productive, or do you need one with a better camera? They're both always going to have an awful lot of RAM, more RAM than really most computers have. They're both going to have really fast processors and lots of storage. But the biggest difference between them is that one of them's going to have that stylus and the other one's going to have that incredible camera. I do love using a phone with a stylus. I really like the Note, and I'm really interested to see where this series go. I can imagine, for example, that the future we don't have the Note as it is, we have really a Note Fold. So that could be a folding phone from Samsung which opens out and also includes that stylus. Whether you could also fit on that amazing camera into that package and still get it into your pocket, I don't know. But that would be like the ultimate of phones. Although there are loads of times when I do use the stylus on the Note, really I have lots of other things that have pen input. I also have a drawing tablet for my main PC. I have a laptop that's got a pen and touch input, and also there's an iPad, and the Apple Pencil is really great. So you've got all these other options, and do you really need to use your phone with a stylus? The phone screen, even though it's a large screen, is going to be too small to do any really accurate drawing. Handwritten notes are a really great idea, but I found myself using the keyboard just as often as writing handwritten notes. I did love the fact for my YouTube channel that I could make right on the screen and just talk to the phone videos really quickly wherever I was, and I could do that sitting in a waiting room, I could do that sitting in my classroom. Whenever I had the thought, I could just pull out the stylus and use it. I didn't have to think, oh, where's my iPad, where's my computer to do that. But if I'm honest, that probably came out about once or twice a week for any kind of use. The Samsung Galaxy Note is also massive, and I've had the 0.5 terabyte storage and found that I've nowhere near filled that up, not on any occasion. So although that's amazing that you can have 0.5 terabyte internal storage and 0.5 terabyte expanded storage, and you can get that full terabyte storage on a phone, that is absolutely incredible. I don't touch that, even though I constantly take photos, constantly take videos, do lots and lots of downloads, make videos on the phone. I still get nowhere near filling it. And the Note series is the phone where I really started to actually edit videos on my phone. So I'm talking about a phone that enabled me to do most of what I would do on a laptop, really, all the way from word processing all the way through to some live video editing. And that's absolutely incredible. But the Note is the one that's getting sold, and I'm going to stick with the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. This is an incredible camera. It's not without its flaws, and really 8K video, we're not really ready for it yet. It's a gimmick. The space zoom, it's a gimmick, but it's a good 5 or 10 times optical zoom. It's pretty impressive for those reasons. And the thing that is great is the size of the main camera sensor. That is as large a sensor as some pocket cameras actually have. That is an incredible thing they've got into this. And it's not the fact that I'll often be taking 108 megapixel photos with it or shooting 8K video, but the pure fact that that sensor is quite large gives you a much nicer look with that main camera. It is though a slightly thicker phone even than the Note. It's bigger than the Note, and for a long time the Note was the largest mobile phone you could buy. And this is even bigger than that. It is slightly thicker. It's not a lightweight ultra portable phone, but it does fit in your pocket and it doesn't feel overly thick. You're comfortable using it. So if you're making that choice of whether to stick with the Note series phones or the S20 Ultra, I would think the choice comes down to this. Are you using a phone for productivity? In which case, stick with the Note. That pen input, that stylus input will actually come in handy. If you're interested in photography, if you want a phone that you can pull out and get really pleasing images, I would say, although most other people have not said this is the best camera phone out there, and it does have its flaws, I would say the camera on the S20 Ultra is simply stupendous. It's like no other camera on any smartphone. keep mentioning the flaws with the camera. There's a slight lag when I push the shutter button on the main camera with the actual Samsung Galaxy camera app. Other camera apps you can buy doesn't have that lag, so I don't know why that is, and I'm guessing that will be updated. There have been issues with the camera. It's a new and amazing device. You know, most cameras, even the expensive camera that I'm filming this on, doesn't have 108 megapixels. That's a stupendously large pixel count, so maybe there's an issue with processing that. But third-party camera apps don't have that lagging issue, so it should be something that can be solved. So Samsung, come on, let's solve that issue, and you really do have then a pretty perfect camera phone. So what's your opinion on what's next for the Galaxy range or smartphones in general? Do you prefer phones that are built for productivity, or do you prefer phones that are built for amazing cameras? Or, secret option number 3, are you just looking forward to folding phones and folding screens being the norm, and you can go back to having a tiny little phone like the ones we all had in the noughties? Thanks a lot for watching.